they got a table full of fellas. Yeah. And they ain't spinning no cake, they should throw the...
Alright, we're back. And like we promised, we got the UFC 128 preview. It goes down in Newark, New Jersey, next Saturday, March 19th. And hopefully we're going to be making a road trip down there.
Hopefully.
To see that show.
Why is it hopefully?
Depending on your credit card, man.
All right.
But otherwise, we will be in New Jersey next weekend watching the show live. And I'm going to do my best to wheel and deal and try and get some dudes, like anybody in the MMA industry. I'm going to try. I'll do my best to just get like even a 5-minute little interview type of thing. I'll do my best. Anyway, so UFC 128. Honestly, I like this card so much from top to bottom that I'm actually going to talk about the prelim fights.
All right, let's do it.
We got 15 minutes. Let's do it. Let's spend 5 minutes on prelims and then 10 minutes on the main card. Order. So, the first fight on the prelims, actually, Nick Catone, and he has a replacement because he was supposed to fight what's his name? Dan Miller. But Dan Miller had to replace Yoshihiro.
That was one thing. I was disappointed that Akiyama had to step out, but then again, it's understandable with the whole
due to the whole earthquake and all that. So he's fighting Konstantinos Filippo. I never heard of this guy in my life.
Catone.
I've heard of Catone before.
I take Catone, but
I think it's Catone.
But actually, this Filippo, I believe that's how you say his name. He was on the Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell Ultimate Fighter.
Was he?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Did he get eliminated early or something? I watched that.
Possibly did. But he was on there before, and Nick Catone actually has he's been on a lot of prelim fights before. His record is 8-2. Last fight coming to Jesse Forbes at UFC Fight Night 20, which is actually Maynard and Diaz. That was the beginning of last year.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Maynard and Diaz. Wow.
That's a long time ago. I believe, he's been dropping out of injuries for a while. He was supposed to fight at UFC 113, dropped out. He used to fight at UFC Fight Night 22, had to drop out due to injury. So he's finally coming back at UFC 128.
Ring rust.
But compared to a man making his UFC debut, I think Catone has this one in the bag.
Yeah, you just got to give name value.
I wouldn't be surprised if he loses, though.
Yep.
Simply because of that ring rust factor. Look what happened to Cantwell.
Yeah.
He looked horrible.
True. So I'm going to take Catone on this one.
Catone.
I'm going to go for the upset.
All right.
Just you're going to be that guy.
Yeah.
All right.
That guy. All right, next up we got Joseph Benavidez and Ian Loveland. Personally, I would have loved to see this actually on one of the Facebook.
Yeah, I'm actually very upset because Benavidez is probably the consensus number 2 bantamweight in the world, and he's not even on TV.
Yeah.
He only loses to Dominic Cruz. He's awesome.
Yep.
I love Joseph Benavidez.
What he did to Miguel Torres was amazing.
Big fan. I love that fight too. That was
like
that guillotine choke.
Benavidez is probably like a lot of people have him on the pound for pound list, top 10.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, I've seen his name up
he's
there.
Amazing.
His opponent, Ian Loveland, is actually coming off a decision win at the Ultimate Fighter 12 finale against Tyler Toner. Benavidez probably has this. I don't know what this fight's all about. But then again, Loveland is 7-0. Oh no, sorry, 14-7. Oh. It's 14-7. So
what's Benavidez? He's like 12-2 or something, and
he has a really
lost
good record.
Twice to Dominic Cruz.
He's 13-2. He's coming off a guillotine choke win at WEC 52. So he's been doing his thing, and I don't know what the hell he's doing on a prelim.
Yeah, he should be at least televised,
and he should be fighting better competition than.
Yeah, this is just a gimme. Get used to the UFC lights and all that and whatnot.
I kind of feel bad for him now because. Yeah. Like, Uriah Faber seems to be a shoo-in for the next title fight. Benavidez is kind of being pushed off to the side, even though he probably is better, or the number 2 consensus bantamweight at this point.
Exactly.
All right, first off, they got the Facebook prelim cards now. Kurt Pellegrino, the New Jersey native, will be fighting Gleason Tibau. How do you guys feel about that fight?
I got Pellegrino.
I got Pellegrino.
Tibau didn't look that great against Miller.
Pellegrino hasn't fought since UFC 116, I believe, where he lost to George Soteropoulos. So...
Yes, that was 116. Yeah. He didn't look that horrible in that fight. It's not like he looked bad.
Tabao's coming off a loss to Jim Miller.
Jim Miller, yeah, he didn't
looked pretty
look that.
bad.
And that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
I swear I thought he was cut after that fight, but
I think Pellegrino's gonna, I think he'll take it due to the fact, he's fighting in New Jersey. He has.
I think it's a gimme.
Yeah.
I think they want him to win. That's why they're giving him Tibau.
Ricardo Almeida and Mike Pyle.
this is a
This is
good
gonna
fight.
be a good. This
is a good fight.
This is a potential main card fight, like a curtain jerker or something.
Yeah.
I would have put it on the main card.
Yeah, that's a wicked fight.
Pyle's coming off his victory against John Hathaway, who was a phenom, just rocking.
That's why I
running
don't
through
understand
people.
why he isn't propelled higher. He handed him his first loss.
Yep. And Ricardo Almeida is coming off a win at UFC 124 against TJ Grant. So
After getting put to sleep,
After
but man,
getting
he
put to
was-
sleep.
Oh, man.
yeah, but that was ridiculous.
That was awesome.
We gotta speed this up a little bit.
got Almeida.
Spike TV. Yeah, I got Almeida too.
Yeah, I got Almeida.
Spike TV card. First fight, Edson
Barboza. This guy,
against
look out for him.
Anthony
If you go
Nukani.
And
check his
Nukani.
last 2 wins,
Yeah.
they're both by TKO due to leg
Leg
kicks.
strikes.
He's just gonna pound his leg.
Oh, man.
Let's hope that he doesn't, fall to like Charles Oliveira did.
Yeah, well, the
That's-
amount of
Yeah.
power he gets into those kicks, though, it's like perfect Muay Thai.
It's all hip movement.
It's perfect. Gets his hips into
Just
it.
watch
and
his
just
hips,
smacks
exactly.
it.
That's it.
All right, I got Barboza.
I got Barboza.
Barboza on that. Louis Kane and Elliot Marshall. Louis Kane was actually supposed to fight Carlos Vamola, but Vamola had to pull out due to injury, and Elliot Marshall is stepping in to replace him. I believe this is Marshall's UFC. Oh no, he's actually fought in the UFC before, but he got cut, and he lost to Vladimir Matyushenko. When he got
He's like a
cut.
good gatekeeper.
Yeah.
He's coming off 3 straight wins, so
I actually had Vemela winning until like he dropped. I'm gonna take Kane.
I'll take Marshall.
Just because I really don't know
I
much
think
about Marshall.
I think Kane's gonna take it.
Yeah.
He's coming off 2 losses,
Yeah, Luis Kane.
Diabate and Nogueira. So I think he has a lot to prove in this fight too. If he wants to
Hasn't it
stay
been a while
relevant.
since he fought though? I believe he's coming off a layoff. No.
He's fighting Diabate last at 114. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
actually
that's a
been
pretty
some time.
hefty layoff. Yeah, I see. I got Marshall.
So that's the prelims right there.